Here's an idea. The main six weren't predestined to bear the elements of harmony, but instead they were fortunate enough to be chosen as their bearers. So it's fairly commonly accepted in the fandom that the main six were destined to become the bearers of the elements of harmony. However, I have a differing opinion. I think that the elements of harmony chose their bearers. You see, for a long time the elements of harmony were dormant and they had no bearers. But when the main six came along and took the elements, they became active and chose the main six to be their new bearers. In a lot of ways, the elements of harmony work like the Triforce in The Legend of Zelda. There are three different Triforces: courage, power, and wisdom. When someone touches the Triforce, they get the Triforce that they represent the most. For example, Ganondorf got the Triforce of power, and Link got the Triforce of courage, and so on. Similarly, when the main six got the elements of harmony, the element of kindness went to the most kind of them, Fluttershy, the element of honesty went to the most honest, Applejack, and so on. Now remember that neither Link or Ganondorf were ever destined to bear the Triforce. The Triforce just goes to whoever touches it first. If someone else who is courageous came and touched the Triforce, then that person would get the Triforce of Courage, not Link. Again, if some other pony who was kind came and touched the element of kindness, then the element of kindness would go to them, and it would also adopt the shape of their cutie mark. That's right, the elements of harmony shapes change to the shape of the cutie mark of their bearers. We can all see that the elements of harmony are shaped like their bearer's cutie mark, so you might think that that would be a sign of them being tied to their bearers. But remember that before that moment, the elements of harmonies had different shapes. We can see them both right here in Twilight's book and in the castle when they were still dormant. And they're all pretty generic shapes. There's a hexagon, a diamond, a circle, and so on. Their shape didn't actually change until the main six had become the bearers. This idea also helps explain some of the coincidences in the pilot episodes. A&Y Pony, for example, was annoyed with how Twilight just so happened to meet up with the 5 other bearers of the Element of Harmony. Well, she didn't. Twilight could have just brought any 6 ponies to the castle with her, and the Elements of Harmony would have just chosen them instead. So in conclusion, the Elements of Harmony are a lot like the Triforce, and there is nothing that predetermines who will bear them, and there isn't any destiny involved in the whole thing. Take that, Digibrony.